I am. A simple concept, an earth-changing event, or an idea worth sharing? That is the question that today I hope to help you answer with the story that I'm going to tell you. Let's go back a little bit of where this story starts with its inventors. There's a gentleman named Don. Don is a very successful agriculturalist, entrepreneur, self-driven businessman. He also gave me my first opportunity for employment that I still work with him off and on today for 30 plus years. This person also, we have something in common, our same last name. The gentleman I'm talking about is Don Fiebig, my dad. Created this concept of I am. Another concept builder that brought this idea into my mind is a gentleman named Mr. Keyser. Mr. Keyser was my agricultural science teacher, or I'm in my career in tech education instructor. These two gentlemen put together some thoughts of positive thinking, looking forward to what's the best in everyone, and finding that passion that makes us go. So today, in this presentation that I have with you, we're going to look at the concept of I am. You're going to find that answer. What is I am? Who are you? Through the stories that I want to convey to you today and with the students that make an impact for tomorrow. So these two gentlemen that I mentioned, my dad and my teacher, gave me this foundation that said I'm going to be a positive person. I'm going to try new things. So they pushed me along to say, hey, go to this conference ran by students for students. So I got to go with this idea. I am going to make a difference. I am going to be a positive person, and I'm going to try this out. So I was a 10th grader in high school, and I did what typical 10th grade high school students do. When asked to go to a conference, you find the back. You don't make eye contact with your presenter, and you kind of just hide. So that's what I did. Sat down, comfy chair in the back there, and didn't make eye contact by any means. Let me tell you, my closest friends, that does not work. That presenter saw my shyness and went through and said, we want you. Me? I am positively not going to do this. I am not going to be that person to go on that stage. Well, presenter persistently said, come on up, sit in the chair, so I did, and took this thing out. By the way, don't tell my daughters. I took their blanket. They think it's in the wash right now. I guess they'll see it later. So this presenter, back to our story, this presenter said, put this blanket on. So I put the blanket on, and she was a joint ventured speech here, and they said, take off something you didn't have on when you got up this morning. Simple question, simple answer. I'll take off my shoes. So again, the question is asked. Take off something, Mr. Fiebig, that you didn't have on when you got up this morning. Now keep in mind, I got this teacher voice in my head, and I got this dad voice in my head saying, I am going to make a difference. And all I'm thinking under this blanket is, I am positively sweating BBs right now. Why in the world can't they just keep asking? So they asked again. Take off something you didn't have on when you got up this morning. Simple question, simple answer. I took off my bracelet. I took off my watch. They keep asking me the question, and I am positively thinking that my two mentor people are driving me crazy because I am here. I am now under a blanket. Under the blanket. Hit me like a lightning bolt. But let me tell you, I was down to little to no options. I just could not get that question right. I had two choices to make. One, I either get bitter or I get better. And I learned from this experience that the blanket that you have inside you can make a difference on what you do with it. It is your insecurities and your insecurities. You have to learn to take it with you, not make it a wall or a barrier to prevent people from getting to know who I am. This concept changed me for the rest of my life with my mentor people that helped me along, and through that experience of growing from this experience and that one simple question, which led to this concept that's led me to make sure to you, my closest 100 friends, to know that I am going to make a difference. I am going to become someone. I am going to be who I know I am inside, that others get to know who I am. This process also alluded to that I'm going to take advantage of every educational opportunity that is out there, that is available to others. And as I mentioned, my instructor was a career tech educator. Behind you, you're going to start behind me, and you can see to my left, to your right, is a bunch of stories of I am difference makers. These are the stories of thousands of different students. These are the stories that I want to share with you of the next generation of society that are going to make the biggest difference in life. And I want to share with you 3 stories of 3 individuals: Joe, Jackie, and Montana. But I also want to share a story of this being built. This was built by our Muskegon Area Career Tech Center students. They're actually backstage. If they would make their way out here, I'd like us to recognize Kyra, and I'd like to recognize Maddie if they can make their way out here into the audience. Step right into the circle, ladies. Well done. Thank you for what you do. You may have a seat. I'd like to bring from the audience, this is audience participation, by the way. Hunter, please come forward. Hunter, one of her projects was this for my 2 daughters. She made this as a project, and we can recognize Hunter as well for her talents. Hunter, well done. Thank you. Now, I asked these 3 students to put together in their words their story, and I want to share them with you. And I keep them right here with me, right close to my heart. So if we can zoom in, I'm going to first start with Joe. Joe was an internet securities technologies class, gave Joe a solid foundation in a highly desirable field. Keep in mind, again, this is their story, their I ams of the world. Joe went on to attend Baker College for a computer networking degree and was able to have multiple classes waived through articulation agreements as a result of his career in tech ed class. A year later, Joe joined the Marine Corps. His college credits gave him a promotion right out of the gate. He was able to configure servers and associated equipment so maintenance could be performed and documented remotely. As a 19 or 20-year-old with the knowledge to configure and troubleshoot these devices, Joe was a standout to his senior leadership. After leaving the Marine Corps in August of 2013, he was hired as an analyst at a program office for the Marine Corps helicopters. He has continued to provide networking expertise when needed. He is now enrolled full-time to complete his bachelor's degree with a concentration in program management and planning. Joe continues to tell us his story. When he was first approached the Career Tech Center at the end of his sophomore year, I didn't fully understand what I was getting myself into. As a teenager, the only thing I really saw was a way to leave my high school for a half a day. I wasn't aware of how big of an impact the CTC would have on my future. The CTC gave me a great opportunity to explore my interest. I was always the teenager that didn't know what path to pursue, but after the CTC, I had a much better idea. I've stopped in every year since I graduated in 2006 to see how Mrs. Westhoff's class has progressed. The syllabus changes yearly to deliver the most useful information and opportunities to the students. The most intriguing thing about Ms. Westhoff's class is she transforms a person from any experience. Whether you are a beginner in computers or a teenage protege, she will work with you and get you to the next level. The CTC provides students with the potential to earn industry recognition certifications, college credits, and really stand out among other individuals. That's Joe's I am moment. Think about the first question I gave you. Is it just a catchphrase? Is it just an idea we're sharing? or is it an earth-changing event? The next story, let's go to Jackie, far over here. Jackie is a pastry arts student. She has been accepted to a very high esteemed institute just for this education. Jackie also works within a major recreational hotel complex right in West Michigan here. As a result of her studies at the CTC, she was able to skip nearly a semester's worth of classes, roughly a savings of at least $5,000. Jackie said she can use everything she has learned at the CTC in her studies and current employment. She is unique because in the culinary arts, because she's a female, and that's considered a non-traditional role. Again, another I am moment here, earth-shattering, changing event. Let's go right over here to Montana. Montana she's gone through and attended our health programs at the CTC. She now is employed full-time with a major healthcare provider in their medical records department. Career Tech has a great opportunity for me, and I recommend it for anyone, in Jackie's exact words. It's helped me get a jump start on my career. Now, I take these I am moments of the difference making that's happening, and I keep them near and dear with me wherever I go. It's very, very humble experience to see this growth in students, and relates to my own story of how career in tech ed has changed my world. Now, as I told you, this is an audience participation speech, so I need to really demonstrate the concept of I am and how I am going to positively affect your world. So if you would, please, all of you stand up. Yes, all of you stand up. Yes, you watching out there, I need you as well. I can keep this on. I want all of you, we're going to take our security blankets, put it beside us, and I simply want you to clap with me. Just start in, clap with me. Oh, you can do better. I see you out there in the audience. I see you in the audience. Come on, give me a little more energy. Come on. Oh, you're not trying. Give it to me. Come on. Help me out. Feel the energy. I am making you do something. You may stop. You may have a seat. The I am concept is just that. It is an idea worth sharing. It is more than just a catchphrase. It is a chance to have an earth-changing event. What did I just do? I made you do something out of your comfort zone, your security blanket.